Before I begin, I just want to introduce my good sister in the back who's sitting there. If you don't know who she is, she's sitting in the corner, and you haven't really noticed her, but she's very important to our church. She's the choir conductor. Okay? So you're probably wondering why she's here, right? Because I requested and asked her that once in a while she could come to our service just to listen to all of us sing, especially the worship team, because we may need some assistance in our vocalist, okay, not the instrumentalist, or maybe that too. Because as she leads the group in the front, it's a big group, and she's very experienced in this area. So once in a while she's going to come here, so don't be shy. Sing if she comes next to you to listen to your voice. Don't be shy. Just sing. Just sing, okay? She's not here to tell you you're bad or you're good or anything like that. She's here to help. She's here to help. So I don't want you to be intimidated, especially the worship team. Because as we sing, it's that important to have good voices to sing to God. Well, it's not about the good voice. It's about respecting, it's about bringing everybody to God's presence, and so that we can come together and enjoy the beautiful presence of God. And so worship team is very important. And as you know, every time you sing, you want to give your best. I don't think when we go on your free time to go to karaoke, you'd be screaming and sing terribly. People will be looking at you like, what are you doing with that microphone? So, but that's all for fun. But when we come to God's house, as we come to worship Him, that's a little bit different. We want to bring our best. Now again, I'm not saying if you're not singing well, you cannot be in the worship team. You can't. But we're just here to help and to improve our voices so that we can sing beautiful songs to God. Okay? All right, so that's Elsie, our sister in there. Her name is Elsie. All right, so today, our topic is, I titled it as Living by Principle. Are you a person of principle? Now, why do we want to talk about this? In our society today, I'm not sure if you agree with me or not, we live on the basis of feelings, emotions. Predominantly, you are controlled by your feelings and by your emotions. You make decisions based on that, and not principle. Oh, I feel good today, so I'm going to do this today. You know what? I don't feel good. I don't feel like my girlfriend is not cute anymore, so we can jump ship, okay? You know what? I know I cannot afford this, but I feel like buying this, I'm just gonna go buy it and worry about it later. Because eventually you're gonna all be in college and have your credit card. They're gonna send you these credit card applications, well not, they're gonna say you're approved already. Because they want you to spend. And so you go by feeling, I'm gonna buy this, and buy everything you want to buy because you feel like buying it. And then you owe for the rest of your life. Or eventually when you get older, you say, oh, you know what? College is fun. Girls are beautiful. And where is your principle? Are you a sleeper or not? Okay? Or are you being faithful? Emotions could take and get the best of you. And your life is guided by your emotion and by what you feel is good at that moment in time. And that could be dangerous. Very dangerous. Even in church. Oh, I don't feel like serving. You don't feel like serving? You know, I don't feel like going to church. Really? You don't feel like going to church? But God says come to church. God says come, listen to His words, and live your life by daily prayer and devotion. Do you do that? Or does your emotion get the best of you? Now, if you're governed by your emotion, your life will be a mess. Because it's whatever feels good that day, that will determine how you're going to act. Same thing at home. How you feel with your parents at a moment in time determines what you say, things that comes out of your mouth, the things that you do. Principles are all thrown aside. Things that you know is right and wrong matters not anymore because you're living by your emotions. So today we're going to look at a Bible character, and he does not live by emotion. He does not let his actions be determined by how he feels. He goes by the principle that he received, that perspective that he needed for God. And who's that? Abraham. Some of us who listen to the Mandarin, you know the verses already, but I'm looking at it from a different perspective here. Let's turn to Genesis 22. Okay? Please let's turn to the book of Genesis, which is the first book of the Bible. Genesis chapter 22. And we're going to read verses 1 through 10. Only 1 through 10. Once again, our title is Living by Principle. Are you, God bless you, are you a person or principle? Are you a person or principle? Remember, emotion changes. Principles do not. Emotions changes all the time, every minute maybe. Principle does not. Abraham, if you guys remember him, Father Abraham, has many sons, right? What's that song? Many sons have Father Abraham. But before he had many sons, he had a difficult time with Sarah's wife in conceiving, even having one child. Eventually, God gave him a child at an old age of 90. His name is Isaac. So God gives him his most precious wish in life, to have a child. Now he gets it. But the story has a big twist here. Now God gives him his only wish in life to have a child. Now God says something else. Now I want you to give it up. Now, what kind of joke is that? You give me what I want. Now you want me to give it up? Now, how would Abraham react to that? How would you react to something like that? You have something, if you want something in your life so badly and now you got it. And God says, give it up. So 3 things I want to talk about today. The principle of trust, the principle of obedience, and the principle of faith. 3 things that governs Abraham's life. And I want these 3 things to govern your life as well. So the first 2 verses we're going to read for this first part, the principle of trust. So verses 1 and 2. Verses 1 and 2. We'll just start from the front here. Megan, okay? And then we'll just jump to Sydney. We'll just go this way. Okay? Just verses 1 and 2 only, and we'll go on to the next one. 1 and 2. Let's follow along when somebody reads.
Sometime later, God tested Abraham. He said to him, Abraham, here I am, he replied.
Then God said, take your son, your only son Isaac, whom you love, and go to your people, Moriah, to sacrifice him there as a burnt offering along with the mountains, once holy to God.
So I give you something, now give it back. Basically, that's what's going on. Abraham prayed hard for his son. God said, give it back. The Bible said testing. Now, when I was reading this again and again throughout my whole Christian life, oftentimes I ask, well, why does God keep testing Abraham? Hasn't Abraham been tested enough? Haven't you been tested enough? But God says, no. I'm going to keep testing you until we get to heaven. So your whole life is going to be tested by God. And God, there's a reason God tests you. Sometimes we don't understand why God tests you. You think Abraham understand why God is testing him here? Definitely not. And that's how it is with our lives. Abraham, the father of faith, is tested here. Imagine God comes to you and asks you to give back the most precious thing you have. And I answer, but just think about that. How are you going to feel? Whatever that is, I don't know what that is. For Abraham, is the son. Whatever you think is the most precious thing in your life now, God says, I'm taking it away from you. Give it back to you. Are you going to be like a kid throwing tantrums? We see that in kids, right? Many of us probably are like that. But there's no logical explanation. I'm not going to stand here and tell you there's a logical explanation for this. I wouldn't know. If I'm Abraham, I'd be perplexed. I'd be confused. But Abraham trusted. So the first principle is trust. Do you trust God? You say you believe in God. But do you trust God to the point that you have to give up something? Give us something that is so precious to you, even though God said, give it to me. No explanation. Are you able to do that? So whenever in your life, think about what you cannot give up to God for. I was asking you for that. Does God really want that? I don't think God needs anything, to be honest with you. You know, people teach about tithing, right? Give money to church, right? You think God needs your money. God created money. God has all he needs. So does God need your stuff when God asks you to come? When God asks you to come and serve here in this fellowship, if you don't serve, do you think his plan will fail? Of course not. God asks something of you because he wants something in you to change. He wants something in you to improve. That's why God is asking for these things in you. Again, don't think you're giving so much up for God. You know, I hear so many people who witness when they become Christians. You have to be careful when you're witnessing to people. Oh, I give up so much for God. You hear people say that? Oh, I used to be this, and they're so proud of what they do. Oh, but I give this up for God. Like they're so magnificent. Be careful when you witness that way. You're not that good. We're not that magnificent. You're not that significant. You're good. God loves you. But it is not because you're so great that you give up something for God and now you're a Christian. God has given up his son's life for us. That is the witness. God has given up so much for you that whatever you have that you have to give up is minimal. It's minute. It means nothing. So don't think too much of yourself and be pompous, be arrogant, be so prideful. But instead, trust in the Lord. You know that God, our God gives you a lot of stuff. You guys are blessed. You guys have so much for you going in life. You're so smart in the things you do. You know, some are very athletic. Some are you guys are so good in public relationships, right? Some of you are so good in your academics. And some of you are so good in your band. You know, I wish I could play an instrument, but I don't. But that's not what God gives me. So whatever God gives you, use it for him. God will take it away if you don't. Trust in the Lord. The principle of trust is important. If you live by your emotion, you would not have given up what God wants from you. If Abraham was living by emotion, he would be fighting God. He would be like, no way, Jose. No way. No way, God. No way, Yahweh. Right? Yahweh is God, right? No way, Yahweh, I'm giving it back to you. You give it to me, it's mine now. It's like, oh, I give it to me. Why am I giving it back to you? That would be our attitude, but that would be the wrong attitude. Trust in the Lord. Proverbs 3:5 says this, don't have to turn to it. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Do not depend on your own understanding, because it's failed. It will fail you. It's flawed, your own understanding. Psalm 34 verse 8 says this, taste and see that the Lord is good. Oh, the joys of those who trust in him. You would trust in God. I hope you do. If not, your life will be miserable, and you will be fighting God always. Number 2, verses 3 to 6. We are at Agnes. Okay, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Once we get to Audrey, we jump back to Timothy, okay? All right.
day, Abraham grew up and saw the blazing heat.
He said to his servants, "Stay here with the donkey, Lord, while I would go again." The Lord took the man and went back.
Abraham took the wood from the burnt offering and placed it on his son Isaac. And himself carried the fire in the house. Since you want to know once again.
Number 2, the principle of obedience. So now you trust in God. It doesn't stop there. Once you trust in God, where is your obedience? Does the Bible say Abraham hears God say, "Give me your son," and Abraham said, "Okay, I'll give it to you, but give me a month to think about this"? Does Abraham say that? No, okay, I'll give it to you, but you know what? Give me some time, let me go talk to my friends and see what they say. Let me go talk to my counselor and see what they say. No. You see what Abraham does? Right away. Are you obedient to God? You say, you trust God, I trust God, but are you obedient? Trust without obedience means nothing. It's just words. Are you obedient? Abraham, you see here, gets up, prepares the donkey, and then heads out to make that sacrifice. What about you? In your life, you say you trust God. In your life, you trust your parents. You have so many trust in everybody, right? But what about your actions? You really, how would they say it? Do you practice what you preach? Or are you just preaching, you just saying things, but you're not doing it? And if we're not doing it, then it means nothing. Let me give you an example. At age 35, God called me to go to Taiwan to do a mission trip. A simple 2 weeks mission trip at age 35. Emotionally, I was torn in going. And then emotionally, I was not. Why was I not? Because my dad says, "Don't go, you have a medical practice, why would you go?" And then my friends would come to me, "You're 35, what are you doing going on mission trips? Leave that to the younger people. Concentrate on your work. You're losing a lot of money for those 2 weeks that you're leaving." So the emotion that's in you battles your principle of God says that go and make disciples of all nations. So I know the principle of going to the evangelism work, but my emotion is holding me back because there's so many things that says, "Don't go, don't go." So did I go? No, I did not go. I succumbed to my emotional calling. I stayed behind, and I did not go there. Why? Because my friends are right. What am I giving up 2 weeks of my money-making practice? And then you give yourself all these excuses. "Oh, my patients need me. Oh, my parents need me here." All these excuses in the world to not go on with what you promised God to do. If God calls you to do something, are you going to do it? Yeah. But when it comes down to doing it, well, I'm not sure. God says, "Be pure." I'm going to be pure. When it comes down to the temptation, I won't. God said, "Be a good student. Be a good children. Be a good sons and daughter." Yes, because God had promised I will be. Because the Bible teaches me so, I'm going to follow it. But when it comes down to doing it, are you doing it? Where is your obedience? You cannot escape God. God asks us to be obedient. That's how our belief should be. So next year God calls me again. Age 36. The same issue, same emotion though. Now you're 1 year into your work, you're even more established. God said, no, I want you to go. I want you to go to Taiwan and do that 2 weeks for me. Just 2 weeks for your life. You said you love me. So did I go this time?
Yes.
Yes, I did. And praise God I did. Because God changed me. And God helped me. Not that I gave up my money. That becomes not important. Again, Not that I'm so good. Not that I'm so smart now. I'm so wise that I accept God's calling. It's always been there. The calling's always been there. I just needed that extra motivation and strength from God to take it and do it and be obedient. And praise God indeed, because then God leads me to do the mission trip 6 years in a row. I loved it. I wish I could do it again. And I think God's calling me soon to do it again. At age 40-something, but you know what? Age matters not. Let's go together. That's our plan. And I want you to start praying about God's calling. If God calls you to evangelize, whether it be in your school, or just outside anywhere, with your friends, maybe even with your family, if your families are not yet, then do it. And if God calls you to go somewhere farther, maybe even to Africa, I'm not going to teach you Africa, but if God calls you to go to Africa, heed the calling. Obey God's calling and go. Because trust is the first step. Obedience is the second step. Let me give you 2 verses. 1 Samuel chapter 15, verse 22. Obedience is far better than sacrifice. Listening to him is much better than offering the fat of rams. Philippians 2:8 says this, and in human form he obediently humbled himself, that means Jesus, even further by dying a criminal's death on the cross. Jesus is the best example of obedience. He is willing to obey and die on the cross. Our obedience is nothing compared to that. But God still asks us to obey. Obey, obey, obey. Don't let your emotion of this world, don't let your emotion of the changing culture affect your principle. Your principle that is set by this book must be followed. Principle do not change. Emotion changes. Your emotion changes over time. Your parents, your friends, your brothers and sisters will be the first to tell you that. You change over time if you live by emotion. Number 3, we will end. The principle of faith. Verses 7, 9, and 10. 7, or 8, I forgot 8. 7, 8, 9, and 10. So I'm going to skip the bigger brothers and sisters in the back. Once we get to Johnny, we'll jump to Christopher, okay? We'll jump to Christopher. Okay, he says 4 verses here, I think. 7, 8, 9, and 10, right. And then we'll jump to Christopher for the last verse. So Nicholas, and then we'll go this way. Let's go along. Verses 7 through 10.
Isaac spoke up and said to his father Abraham, Father, yes, my son, Abraham replied. Fire and wood are here, Isaac said, but where is the lamb for the burnt offering?
Abraham answered, God himself will provide the lamb for the burnt offering, my son. And the 2 of them went on together.
When they reached the place God had told him about, Abraham grew an altar there, and arranged the woods on the he found his son Isaac and laid him on the altar on top of the wood.
Then he reached out his hand and took the knife to slay his son.
Done.
Principle of faith, our last principle today. Trust, obedient, now faith. Faith, faith, faith. We talk about faith all the time, right? We're getting tired of talking about faith. Don't get tired. Faith is the foundation of your belief. Faith is the foundation of my life. Faith in who? Not in you. Not you. Myself. Faith in the God Almighty. Abraham does not know exactly God's plan. I do not know exactly God's plan. You may not know exactly what God's plan for you is. And sometimes things may not even look right, like in this situation. But God, is telling Abraham, just do it. And Abraham says this, God will provide. You see how much faith that is? God will provide. He's not sure how. He even was about to really put that dagger into Isaac. And God stopped. So God may test you to the point that you got to fully give yourself up to Him. And if you're not going to experience this. You want to experience God? Fully give yourself to Him, and your life will be different. Abraham really gave himself completely. He wasn't holding back. How do I know that? The Bible says so. That dagger is about to go. That dagger is about to go. Are you really willing to give up what you have? Are you really willing to give up your most precious thing now? That's not an easy question to answer, guys. I mean, it's easy to say, yes, of course. But are you really, truthfully willing to do that? Only by faith can you do it. Not by your strength, not by your might. Only through faith in Christ can you do it. Just understand that. Listen to that to me again. You cannot do it. There's no way you can do it. No way. There's no way I can do anything in my life unless I place my trust, my obedience, and my faith in God Almighty. Because only He can put the strength in you. Not you. You cannot live. You cannot go and get it from class, from a course. You cannot get it, just come here every day. You come here every day, you don't put your faith in God. You don't put that true faith, that complete faith in God like Abraham does. You are not going to experience what God has in store for you. Abraham, the father of faith, he is actually not the father of faith until he experiences. Abraham experienced what God wanted him to be, and now he is titled the father of faith. We can be like Abraham. 2 Timothy verse 2, 11 to 13 verse says this. If we die with him, we will also live with him. If we endure hardship, we will reign with him. If we deny him, he will deny us. If we are unfaithful, he remains faithful, for he cannot deny himself. God is faithful no matter what. And I am thankful for that because I am not. I am not faithful at all in my life. I strayed away. Most of us does. I'm not the only one. I believe you too. So we're on the same boat. We're on the same train. Or whatever. On the same man. But God is faithful. God is faithful. All you need to do is come back. He's still waiting for you. That's it. So whenever you face challenges in your life, or even if when you fall, when you fail, when you're not faithful, when you've done things that you may be embarrassed by, that is okay. Come back to God. And even in the future, when you do fail on the things you do, don't give up. Come back to God. Come back to God and everything will be okay because God's going to help you overcome these issues. Are you going to build your life on emotion? I'm coming back to this again. Are you going to build your life on emotion? And I want you to think about that question every moment of your lives. In all your relationships, your parents, your brothers and sisters, your friends, eventually your spouse, your girlfriend first, and your spouse, eventually your kids too. Are you going to build your life on your emotions? Or are you going to build your life on the principle God gives you? The answer is very simple. But are you able to do it? Build on the principle of trust, build on the principle of obedience, and build on the principle of faith. Use Jesus. Look at Jesus. Turn your eyes onto Jesus. He is the best example for your life. No one else. Just look for Jesus. I know it's hard because I don't know Jesus. I should know from the Bible. That's faith, guys. Believe in Jesus. Do what Jesus tells you to do. Never compromise on your principles. Let us pray. Heavenly Father, we thank you so much for this morning. We thank you for speaking to us. We thank you for for just coming to our hearts and comforting us, because many of us are facing life's most difficult challenges. Maybe you are taking away the things that's most precious to us. Not that you want us to suffer, but because you want us to grow and learn. You're molding us. You're perfecting us. So that one day you can use our experience and help those who are in need and who will be also in our same shoes. Thank you so much for everything. Help us to trust, to obey, and to keep our faith. We pray all this in Jesus' name.
Amen.
Okay.